You said 2 years ago. I had this very nervous energy all of a sudden. Very strange. All right, let's see. Let's open up and see who you have around you. Somebody has really nervous energy. I don't know if they are necessarily the nervous ones, but they just have this. I feel like, I mean, like my stomach flipped type of nerves, which is unusual. Not abnormal, but that's okay. There is so let's see who is coming forward. There is a woman that is stepping forward who comes from a religious background and is not really sure how she feels about all of this. I feel like this is where the nerves are coming from. I swear, I feel like, I feel so anxious. Like I'm having to remind my brain that this is not me, because I just feel, I'm not the one who feels nervous. Like I feel kind of lightheaded. I think that part is me, but the nervousness is coming. But there's someone with a very, she seems like she was strict in her beliefs. Whether it be Catholic, Christian, but there's like a religion coming through. Okay. There's a man that's with her too. I'm not sure about him yet. I'm not sure about him. I can just sense that he's with her. That there's like a man next to her. I think he feels older to me. He feels older than her. To me, the way that she's coming across, it's almost like, and I don't mean this in like a negative way, it's almost like a clutching my pearls type of, when we're talking about what I do compared to what her religious beliefs were, like, do you know what I mean? I don't mean it in any type of way. Just like this is very outside of her comfort zone, which is interesting. It's always interesting to me because once they cross over, they can see everything, right? They can see how things work. It's always interesting when they step forward and they still have these beliefs. Did somebody have breast cancer? There's like a reference to, I'm assuming that's what it is. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to work through the energy while I speak. Has this been a concern for you? Is this something that you have pursued to see? I don't know much about it, to see if you have that gene, especially since it's in your family history. There is like a reference to you perhaps doing preventative measures. I feel like this is something to keep an eye on. Okay, we're starting to calm down now. It's okay. It's okay. Prevent it, yeah. Oh, your aunts, okay. A couple of her sisters my aunts did have. Okay. This is very much an encouragement to keep doing that. Not that I don't think that you will continue to do whatever the preventative measures are. She is adding her encouragement. Yes, continue to do this. Yeah, it's definitely her. I have a headache. It's definitely her energy that's making me feel so strange. All right, so let's see. There's just so, it's like I was so young to have passed. I mean, I don't know how old you are, but we expect our parents to live for a long time. You know what I mean? And she's like, I expected to live a lot longer than I did. I was so young to have passed when I did. Hang on. Do you talk to her when you're driving or talk to her in the car? Because I don't know. I mean, maybe you don't drive, but I get this. There's a reference to you. There's a reference to you talking to her in the car. Because it's like, this is when you really have a moment to think, a moment to, you have that time to do it, you know, because you're driving, you're not doing other things. It's just like perfect timing. I don't know how much you can feel when your loved ones are around you, because some people can really feel them, some people can't. She's with you when you're doing that. Do you get that sense? Because even if you don't get that sense, I want to make you aware of it. Okay, yeah, because it's like I'm right there. I'm right there. Like she is. I kind of feel like she's what's that word? A backseat driver. Like I see her with her foot, because she's in the passenger seat, right? And she's like with her foot as if she has a brake. And then there's like a reference to like grabbing that handle as if you're some kind of crazy driver, which you're not. I feel like she's kind of backseat driving while you're she's funny. Are you paying attention? Are you paying attention to the road? Type of thing. Do you? Okay. No wonder she's grabbing the oh shit handle. Okay. And honestly, I say that to me, you don't seem like an unsafe driver at all. And the image that I get, it's just like you're just driving and she's freaking out. Her feet are freaking out because she's trying to slow down. Is there something with acorns? I just saw I see an acorn, but I'm not quite sure where that fits. Is that a sign or something? There's something. It's just an acorn. It's not on anything. It's just. TikTok. Oh, my alarm's gonna go off in 30 minutes. Okay. TikTok records these. It rhymes. Oh, it does. Oh, that's so funny. I'm like, what do you mean? Like a squirrel? What are we talking about? TikTok records these lives. And if you want, I can clip this part, like where we do our reading, and I upload it. I can upload it to my YouTube. And then you can have it that way. I do that every once in a while when somebody asks, or when it's like a particularly hot topic, or I don't, you know what I mean. Okay, what is 8:30 is the date. I'm gonna write this down, and okay. Tracy with no E. To the tube. Okay. I can do that. No problemo. Do you have something hanging from your rear view mirror? I don't quite. Do you have anything hanging from your rear view mirror? Because I feel like there's a reference to this, but I don't know. Like it, I don't know. Is it? I can't even tell what it is. But I just see that image. Is it something for her? Why do I feel like it's not something for her? I don't know what the reference is. But she's mentioning it. And birds. Bluebirds. It's interesting because I don't see a blue jay. I see, it looks like a cartoon bird, like a, you remember what Twitter's bird used to look like? How it was like a drawing? That's what I see. Because I know what birds look like. So usually they just show me a picture of like a real bird. But this looks like a cartoon to me. Or a drawing. Maybe like a painting or something. You did. Oh, that's okay. That's neat. You did. You took it down. It's air freshener. Okay. Interesting. Your dog's name is Bird? So when I channel, I scribble, and sometimes I take notes. It's, I took that note there. But as I was scribbling, and I'm trying to describe this, I don't know if you'll be able to tell on the camera. I can see it. I like accidentally drew the bird that I was seeing. Do you see it? How freaking weird is that? Like, that's just what it looked like. It looks like that. How crazy is that? I was just doing this, like, so weird. Okay, that's so cool. So cool. Okay. Now, is her mom on the other side as well? There's a reference to a grandmother, and it looks like it's on the same side. So I don't know if it's her. Is it her mom? Because she's with her. Like they are reunited, and the grandma, there's a gold watch, and it looks like one of those really nice gold watches. Like it has, I haven't seen them in forever. It has like a little chain on it, like a little gold chain that hangs. Like, I don't know, it makes it more adjustable or something, like those really nice fancy watches have. But it's one of those thin ones. Okay. Your mother-in-law passed young and you gave her that watch. That is so interesting, and you have it now. No kidding. Oh, that is so cool. I was just about to ask, do you have kids? Because it was grandma. Okay. How sweet. They are together. Did they get along in life? Because they're holding hands. That's why I thought maybe it was her mom. They're very close. Yeah. I mean, if once I'm done with this reading, I will have room, Paco. I don't know how long this is gonna last. But yeah. That is so nice that they got along really well and they are together. I hear reunited. Reunited and it feels so good. What's that song? Reunited and it feels so good. I love that. Okay. That is just lovely. Okay. Was she ill when she passed, your mother? Because it doesn't feel sudden as in unexpected. But she just keeps referencing, I was so young. Like, well, I had so much more life left to live. Okay. It's like I saw this coming, but what the heck? She likes to, I don't know how old obviously I don't know how old your kids are, but she likes to watch your children. How old are your kids? Because I feel like she likes to interact with them, and I don't know if they know that they're interacting with her. Because, you know, when they're super young, it can be really obvious when it's like you have a baby that's staring at the wall or, you know, laughing at nothing. I don't feel like you have babies, but she is telling me that she likes to interact with them. Oh, are any of them open like this? Do they have... Maybe it's just, it could just be how you interact with her in the same way, you know what I mean? Do they are, okay, they are open. That is really neat, okay. I'm still the matriarch is what she just said. Like I'm still the matriarch. I still have that spot. It feels very much like, how do I even explain that? Where the person in that spot is gone, but the spot doesn't feel empty. Does that make sense? Because she's still very active for all of you. It's like the spot isn't empty. It's still hers. Yeah. She's quite... she's so lovely. Is there something... Okay, she's talking about your life. Is there something in your life where... Because I know you mentioned life-changing things. I hear you already know what to do. You already know what to do. So is there something that you've been going back and forth on where it's like you're not sure? Like, I kind of want to do this, but I'm not really sure. Because she's saying you already know what to do. She said, I've been counseling you. I just love this so much. I love that. I've been counseling you. Like, of course you know what to do. Do you remember your dreams? She keeps talking about dreams. I always hesitate to bring up dreams because a lot of people don't remember them, but she's brought it up like 4 times now. Dreams. Your kids, does she show up in your kids' dreams? Is there one child in particular who dreams about her more? Because I feel like she's been in maybe all of them, but there's one, there's a reference to one in particular, which usually means one has more dreams or is more open in that way. Okay. I feel like she shows up more for one in particular, and I think it's because that one, because, you know, we all have different abilities, right? I think the one, it's definitely one of the older ones. The one that she shows up for the most, one of their strongest abilities is their dreams. That's what it looks like to me. It's like I'm not showing up. How do I explain it? I'm showing up to, and because I feel like it's metaphors. It's not like necessarily real visits where you wake up and it's like super vivid and you know that that was definitely a visit from your loved one. It's like I'm in so many of these dreams because I'm just helping along with their life or something, which usually is metaphors where you wake up, it's like, I have no idea why I was holding a lizard in the aquarium at church. You know, like a weird thing. Thank you for all the likes. I appreciate it. Hang on, I gotta turn this alarm off real quick. I forgot that that was gonna go off. Did your youngest, there's something about school, and it has to do with her though. Did she write, I don't even know if the 13-year-old is a girl. Did your youngest write something about your mom for school? You know how sometimes they do like my hero. I mean, she's kind of older, but like my hero, or I don't know. There's something about school that has to do with her. And I feel like it's after she passed, perhaps. Because it feels recent to me. It feels recent. I wonder if they haven't, I wonder if they will. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the family. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. She might be, hang on. Oh, she might be doing it now. Okay. Because it does, yeah, it does seem like something really recent. Okay. She said, stand in your truth. Stand in your power. Because you already know who you are. Does this involve somebody else? Or maybe it's something totally different, but I don't know. I feel like there's a reference to somebody else being involved, and this is coming into the stand in your truth, stand in your power. I'm not really sure. I can't really get a grasp on what that exactly means. You know what I mean? Oh, she has a STEM fair soon and she's trying to find a subject. That's exactly her, what she's telling me. I'm telling you, she's telling me. Just saw the, aw, you're so welcome, kitty. I love you so much. Thank you. Thanks for coming in and telling me that. I totally forgot that video was out there. She won't come out and just say it either. Yeah. She said it's private. This is, you know, we're in a public forum. Oh, decorum, she said. She said decorum. That's all right, because she knows and you know, and that's all that matters. Thank you for the heart, me. Thank you for that. That was very sweet. She said, you don't even need me. Not to make this decision or make this change, you know, it's, and I'm sure you get it, but it's very much said in a way of just, you know who you are and you know what's best for you. You really know what you should do. Because as she's saying that, I also see this, it's a very soft, loving reference to leaning on her. And I get that image of you physically leaning on her and she's just standing strong. She's standing strong, unwavering, not moving, but she's very soft and she's like a soft landing. Do you have a cross? Did she wear a cross necklace? Do you have a cross necklace that you wear that was hers? There's a reference to a necklace and it looks like a cross one to me. That's the image that I see anyways. She raised me right and strong. Yes, she did. Yep. Spitting image. Do you look like her too? Because she just said spitting image. Oh, necklace. Okay. Necklace, yes, but no cross. Okay. All right. That's why I explain sometimes. Because sometimes they'll just show me a picture of something that I've seen before just to get me to spit out the word. And sometimes it's exact. You fiddle with it when you think of her. Like or when you're thinking. Because it seems like, you know what it looks like? It looks like you're thinking. You're not even necessarily thinking of her when you're doing it. You're fiddling with it because you are thinking. And I feel like you're trying to channel her. Like, what would mom do? What would mom say? Get a, maybe you can have, remember those bracelets? What would Jesus do? Those little rubber bracelets? She just showed me one. What would mom do? Which I think is so cute. Oh, cross was her upbringing. Okay. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. She's very funny. And she said you could have one for the kids made too. WWGD. What would grandma do? Did they have a nickname for her? Like, they didn't call her grandma, they called her something else? Because, like, I'm saying that, it's like, I feel like that's off. Like, Grammy, or, you know, there's, I don't know, there's so many different variations. She makes up her own sayings, too. That's great. Put them on a t-shirt. She said put them on a t-shirt. Make a little money off of how funny I am. Granny Franny. Ugh. Because I figured it was still with the G, but I didn't know how it definitely wasn't grandma. That's so cute. I love that. Yeah, WWGD. Or WWGFD. I love that. Wait, she brought me back to dreams. I feel like I moved past that too fast. Hold on. Um, you've seen her. You said you saw her. There was something about the dreams. Have you seen her more than once? You had a huge dream. Okay. I wonder if she'll be in your dream again soon. Okay. Because there's messages that she's giving in your dreams. And sometimes I think that she's even speaking to your subconscious so that when you wake up and you don't remember what she said or you don't understand what they mean, it's like she has spoken to your subconscious. So the message is already there. You've already gotten it. And then I see a ship. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's a reference to something else. It's a reference to dreams, but it's like I see like a ship. Do you know how that resonates? A ship. Oh, I have a grandmother that lived on a sailboat that has passed. No kidding. Okay. So I'm like, I don't know how this fits all of a sudden. A ship. Okay. Oh, that's so interesting. They were all, and of course still are, very intuitive. And that's why all of you are as intuitive as you are. It's giving, there's this show I'm watching. It's kind of out there. It's kind of strange. But the premise of the show, and my whole point, is that the women in this family, their abilities are passed down through the generations, through the women. And as they are passed down, they just keep getting stronger, which is generally how it works, with abilities like this. But this feels very strong. I feel like you have a very strong divine feminine line in your family. Very strong. Where, just for instance, like mine, I know that my mom was intuitive, her mom, and my grandma's mom is one of my spirit team. But I feel like I'm only that far down the line. I feel like you are much farther down the line, which means your abilities have several generations more of strength. Does that make sense? They are. That's how it works for me. They all, they tend to show up as a group, and then they'll just kind of step forward. Sometimes they'll step forward just to be like, hey, I'm here. Sometimes, like the man that stepped forward, I have no idea who he is. He just stepped forward and was like, this is what it is. This is what, whatever. And then he steps back and I don't hear from him again. And they're all kind of cackling about it as I'm saying that, because he falls back and it's like a sea of strong women, because he's like falling back because it's we are showing respect for all of these women. Yes. They do. And he is just like, yeah. Yeah. But very proud. Oh, that was her brother. Very proud to be in this sea of women. Like, yeah, these are all in my family. They're all mine, They're all mine. Very proud. It'll be interesting to see, because they're talking about the abilities that your kids have, because I feel like they're being developed. Is your 13-year-old very open? As in, does she, you know, because it's different for everybody, but like, does she see spirits, or she hears them, or she's knowing? I feel like there's a particular strength in the 13-year-old, excuse me, that the other two don't have. Or at least that's not as developed as hers is. Okay. I feel like the other two, their development is different, and it's going to come later. But the youngest is like, I was born this way. Like, this is, I've just always been this way. Hers is more about practicing how to use it and understanding what abilities she has and what she can do with them. Whereas the other ones, I feel like theirs will be developed as they grow. Both ways are very normal, by the way. Very, very normal. So interesting how that works, though. Yeah, very, very interesting. It's hard when they're young because it is kind of scary, you know. They don't really know. I mean, my son is 11. He knows what's going on, and it still scares him. At least when I'm not in the room. When I'm in the room, he's fine, but otherwise it's a little frightening. Yeah. Yeah. You might pick it up if she doesn't physically see spirits, like and they don't necessarily show up as looking like we do. Sometimes they'll look like my son said one spirit looked like dust. It was just like a cloud. Sometimes they look like smoke. Sometimes they look like shadows. If she's not physically seeing them, she might, because I feel like she has a knowing. So she'll just say things and that's how you'll clock it, where it's just like, how did you know that? Or like, why are you at 13 saying things like that? Like talking like this? How do you know that? Or how are you so wise? You know, I feel like hers is very knowing, but she might see as well. Out of the corner of the eye, even. I just got that too, so I can't help but wonder if that's part of it. Or it's like I keep thinking I see something out of the corner of my eye, but there's nothing there. That's a real thing. So, very strong family. Very strong. Yeah, very strong lineage. Really? Yeah, there's a tendency, except in these younger generations, there's a tendency for them to be very open, very young. And then at some point, for one reason or another, it closes. And then it opens up later in life. So that's a common thing too, where it's like, you used to be like this, but then it closes. And then you'll see later on it kind of opens. They all have abilities though. They all, you included, which I think you said that you're aware of for yourself. You all do. Yeah. Because I mean, when you're just living your life, you have no idea that it's not normal. It's just, this is how you've been. And so, you know, this is what it is. And then if it shuts off, it's just, you just keep living, especially when you're young, because you don't even think like that. You don't have the capability of realizing, depending on your age anyways, oh, something has changed. Yeah. I'm not surprised. I think a lot of I say our generation loosely because I don't know how old you are. I mean, my oldest is 21, so I feel like you're probably around my age. It's like that, where we realize later in life, like, oh my gosh, oh, I was okay. And things start clicking. Like, I didn't realize that's how I was. And now, okay, I get it now. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out. So I hope that was helpful. Do you see cardinals? As I'm like closing out, she's like, the red birds. The red birds. So I'm assuming they're cardinals. Because I personally, unless it's parrots, I don't know. Oh, hang on. I'm getting a drag the puzzle piece to show that you're active still. This app. There we go. Okay. They're a sign. If you didn't know, I feel like you knew already. But they're a sign. The red birds, she said. So yeah, they're lovely. Thank you for letting me read you. That was wonderful. You really do have a strong line. So if you ever, listen, before I let you go, if you ever have something, they want you to know this is so cool. If you ever have something where you feel like you need more of a collective power, call on the women in your lineage. Call on all of them. And it might sound kind of crazy when you first do it, when you first start doing it. But they will all gather around you. They will all give you like a boost of energy. And it'll be all of your energies collectively. Sometimes when we feel, and I don't know, there's like, the example that I get is like walking into court. And it's like, I feel really anxious. I feel, nervous. I feel not steady, ungrounded. I don't know if I can do this. Call on the lineage. And you can word it however you want. Personally, I sound like, an old book or like an old movie or something where I say specifically, I'm calling on all of the divine feminine ancestors in my lineage. Please step forward and, whatever it is, give me strength or whatever it is. Because I always tailor it to my situation because I'm literally talking to them. And they will. You just have to ask. You just have to ask because they won't they don't usually. Angels work like this, spirit guides, generally all of them. They don't step in to help unless you ask. So if you ask, hey, I need strength, I need help, they will. They'll come. And you'll specifically want to call on the women because they are so powerful. They are so powerful. Oh, you're so welcome. Let's see. Oh, are you? You went through exactly what they went through. Oh, hi, Kayla. Give me 1 second. You are so welcome. I'm glad. When I'm on live, you never know who comes and goes. And sometimes the way that I speak, people who aren't as deep into spirituality as I am, it sounds crazy. So I'm always like, this might sound nuts, but yeah, you are so, so welcome.